What's happening, Wargamers? Welcome to the meditations for our most recent Star Wars Shatterpoint Battle Report with Alex and myself. Alex bringing his wonderful newly painted Count Dooku and Magna Guard.
Oh,
I now regret giving those to you because they have now kicked my ass. But honestly, man, that was a wild game. So many great comebacks.
it was incredible. It was such a good back and forth too. Struggle one, I had like no hope, and then all of a sudden it came around
Yeah.
and came back in my favor. I felt pretty good going into struggle two, and then just like that, it was over.
Oh man, I came out of Struggle 2 feeling so strong, so powerful.
And then the B1s.
Oh my goodness, what was going on with them? They Reedies that day, man. Like they just woke up, took out Mace, took out Anakin, took 2 points. Oh man, like no, that was good. Like you have a lot of really good comeback moments there, where things just really worked well for you in that regard. You made a lot of really solid plays. Like honestly, like it was a very well played game. All things considered, like it was good. And like even I feel like I had some pretty solid comeback moments there myself.
Oh, absolutely.
I think what really failing to take out Kalani with Anakin,
Yep.
like failing to do 3 points of damage because I only had that one success.
Because that wound up the struggle on 0. That gave me an extra point of momentum as a result and allowed me to steal this turn.
Yeah, because it would have left me over here. You would have had one less there. Would have had one more over there, and then you would have scored like 1, 2, 3, 4 type
Struggle
thing.
would have been still going.
Still going, yeah. Like it was wild. Just that one, and then like obviously the ARF troopers failing to get the one push I needed on
yes,
the main
that
guard.
was
Like your defense just showing up and just
right at the end there. Yeah.
right at the end. I mean, the Magna Guards are great, right?
Oh,
Like
they're so good.
they are so good, and unfortunately, they did their job today. Honestly, the weird thing is, I think Grievous was your biggest weak link.
Yeah, on paper he's a very very good card. I have not had results with Grievous.
Because unfortunately, I think Grievous is very much like Anakin in the sense of that if he's not killing stuff, then
What's he doing?
What's he doing, right?
And he consistently kept almost killing stuff. He got close.
Yep,
but
he got
not
close
quite.
a bunch of times. And yeah, no, it was unfortunately Grievous. Yeah, he didn't really do a whole lot. Dooku just taking that point in the center and holding it for so much.
Oh
of the
yeah,
game
Dooku
was
stood
huge.
there menacingly for a while, and it turns out that's pretty good.
It's what Dooku does, man. It's what Dooku does. Your tactical droids like got some really solid movements off there. Like just in general, like your team came together and did some really good stuff. Like there was not really a lot of bad activations on your part, if any, to be completely honest. Like you had a really solid thing. And having said that, I think in response, I also had some really solid ones. Like aside from Anakin whiffing that attack at the very end there. Like,
Yeah, you did have a ton of really good stuff. The 501st did a surprising amount of stuff this game, which was nice.
Five successes on Dooku. Like,
that was good.
That was amazing.
Pawns even. I remember like before Pawns came over here, you were like, "Oh, I guess I'll go with Pawns." And then he's like, "What if I just scored a point, did a bunch of other stuff,
knock out a Magna Guard,
knock out the Magna Guard?"
But that's Pawns. Every time we run Pawns, man, like
Pawns is good. Pawns gets value.
I think we have some survivor bias going on with this one, but yeah, Pawns did some good work for us for some reason.
Yeah.
Just in general, everyone really performed fairly decently. Yeah, again, spending that 3 force on Anakin at the end there to try and take out Kalani, I think was pivotal, and it did not follow through because that was the other thing. I also would have taken a point.
Yep, you would have taken the center point, and you would have.
Oh no, I already took the center point. Never mind.
Yes.
I already took that one. But yeah, that would have been an extra because it would have been an extra point. It would have been an extra momentum. Oh my goodness, yeah, that so many things would have happened on that one. It's crazy how that Anakin just I miss dice fixing. If Anakin had some dice fixing, it'd feel so much better. And I have to wonder if me pulling the ARFs out of reserve was the right play, or if because I took a look. Top deck was the Shatterpoint card,
which would have been anyone you wanted. It could have done a lot of things.
It would have been anyone I wanted, and like I think because Mace would have given me almost guaranteed pushes on the Magna Guard. It wouldn't have taken anyone out. It could have also even activated Anakin. And because I was still engaged with Kalani at that time, right?
Anakin wouldn't be terrible either.
So I could have activated Anakin, knocked out Kalani, walked back onto the point, which I mean just would have tied it, I guess, which isn't great. So maybe I ignore Kalani and walk over into the center and like just push somebody around and maybe get a lot of stuff on his tree. I don't know. But yeah, I have to wonder if the ARFs was the right call at the very end there, and I'm starting to think they weren't.
Knowing it was the Shatterpoint, I don't think they were, but not knowing it, I don't think it was a terrible plan.
I mean, the other option was Rex that could have come up, and even Rex I think might have been a slightly better one, but I think the big thing is like being out of force at the very end. They're like spending that 3 force on I'm going to end this is really kind of it didn't pay off,
No, it
right?
was very expensive, and it being off by one was rough.
Yeah, it being off by one was just so rough. Like you're in the last struggle there, your defensive dice just kind of showed up
Hmm.
and gave me a hard time. And I mean, you're a bunch of friggin' droids, and your defensive dice were just on fire.
Oh yes. Well, at the start, not so much.
Not so much, but I mean,
I got a couple of good whiffs in there.
but the thing is, it doesn't matter how many droids rolled over the finish line at the end there. It's just you had some
Yep.
roll over the finish line. That's the important part right there, right?
I think that nothing says like it doesn't matter if they survive or not more than the B1s just dying on the front and back point.
Yeah, because getting that reposition off punching Anakin was huge,
It was game
so
changer.
massive, and the fact that Mace just needed one more success to keep standing against that other punch to the face,
Yep.
right? One more success, and I could have thwarted your entire plans, but everything really came together for you,
For sure.
and that was great. Like so many good comeback moments. I can't stress that point enough. Like that was a lot of really good moments there.
Hmm.
And attrition wise, like holy jumping, like I have a wound marker on every single one of my mooks.
I almost you don't have one on Kraken or Kalani,
I
but
ignored
you
the tactical droids a lot of
yep,
the time. Yeah,
but you took the B1s off the table, which
that's fair. I mean, I got very lucky early on with the ARF somehow just
mhm.
dummying the
Oh
B1s there,
yes.
and I thought I was in a good position, and then you just sort of kept rolling back. But it's a great example of like why it's always good to like just keep rolling the dice, right?
Oh yeah.
Because we thought that this first struggle was going to be mine, and I mean you rolled back, you got
Hmm.
some good movements in there, and you know here we are at the end of the game. Very tight game though.
Very tight game.
Very tight game. Very good game, I think. Just in general, had a lot of fun. Always a pleasure to have you on here, Alex.
Oh, always a pleasure to be
And
here.
yeah, hopefully we got lots more, and you know you got your fancy Dooku and Magna Guard. So we're going to see your Django on the table soon enough as well.
Soon enough.
All right. Well, I think that's about it for this particular chat. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, if you want to support the channel, patreon.com/AgesBrand or hit up iwargaming.net. Use code AgesBrand, save 10% on your purchase. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Happy wargaming.